What do you think every man is looking for in a woman?
Sex.
Why sex?
Because that's just a man's nature at this point. I feel like
Okay.
they're the most satisfied through like the appeal of a woman, like the way they look and everything. They don't care about their personality until like they find them attractive.
Is that why you're dressed how you're dressed?
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, no. Actually, I think I look good. I think I look good. That's why I'm dressed.
So, with you wearing what you're wearing, would you say that's for yourself or is that for male attention?
Both.
Okay. So
I'm not gonna lie. I'm for real. It's for both. Like I think I look good myself, but I also I have body dysmorphia. I think that I look better in tight clothing because my boobs are big and stuff. So I'm being completely honest right now. I don't know why.
So let's say you and I were dating.
Okay.
If I said, "Hey, this is a bit too revealing for me. Could you put a shirt on?" How would you feel?
I feel like that's not your choice. It's my choice.
But if we're dating, shouldn't my opinion at least be taken into consideration?
Why would you date me if you don't appeal to my clothing and how I dress? Why would you talk to me in the first place?
If you are attracted to a guy enough, does it matter where he takes you for a first date?
No, not at all.
So he could say, "Hey, let's go to Wendy's drive-thru. I'll pick you up."
Yeah.
Wrong
A
with
4
that.
for 4, yes.
There's absolutely nothing
That
wrong with
doesn't.
that.
I don't. That's not what makes a good man to me.
So what do you look for in a guy?
Like straight up, somebody that's not an asshole. Like somebody that's genuine, a good person,
Honestly, I
makes
feel
me
like a
feel
4 for
valued,
4
makes my
is-
opinion feel valued. Doesn't make me feel like I owe them anything for them taking me out, and like I can just be myself with. I don't need to like impress anybody.
More attractive.
Why do you think some men feel entitled to sex after spending money on a chick?
They're insecure.
Or they're sad.
They just
or
think
they
that
just-
they're entitled to something.
Yeah.
How is that insecurity?
Because somebody
I
told
don't know.
them
Like if
how
I
they
buy
feel.
someone something, they don't owe me anything. But if you think that you're using your money as like power, that I owe you anything, you're insecure. Like you think that like you have to use your money over me because you can buy me a dinner, as if I can't go buy myself a dinner, and that I owe you something for that.
So would you rather that guy spend less and actually spend more quality time with you?
Yeah. I
As
don't need a
opposed
man buy
to-
me shit. I buy myself everything I want.
What do you look for in a man?
Money. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. What am I looking for in a man? Just like a genuine person who's like rich.
Okay. So you want like a Trevor Noah type guy?
Trevor Noah. He's from South Africa.
Exactly.
I'm from South Africa.
So you want a guy who's rich and everything?
No, I was just kidding about that.
So what do you actually look for in a guy?
Just like I said, like just a genuine person who's
Genuine.
got good qualities and like close with his family.
What if he was 5'4"?
I don't know.
So if you're making 100K a year,
Yes.
how much do you want your guy to make?
Double. No, I'm just kidding. I want the option, okay? So I don't care what he makes. But I'm just like, I would like the option to be a housewife. I don't want to be one. But I'm just like, I want the option to be one. Like if I break both my legs and my arms,
If you become disabled, then
I've got someone to lean back on.
Okay, got you.
You got me.
It would suck if your man made less than you, is what you're saying.
No, because this whole video is going to make me sound like a bitch. But I'm like, yeah, it would probably suck.
Okay. Why do you think dating is so hard?
I don't know. I feel like there's just such a weird stigma to dating. I think it looks different ways for different people, and I don't think people are as honest. And I also don't think people, like currently, like I wouldn't say I know exactly what I want, but I don't think everybody can voice that they know what they want. They just think they want something, and I don't think we give ourselves time to grow as individuals. So I think that's why. And then it just gets all sticky and complicated.
So why do you think that a lot of people lack being so honest when it comes on to the beginning of a whatever you might call it?
Because the truth isn't always pretty. I think the truth can be ugly sometimes, whether that's like a reflection of yourself, because a lot of times if we, want to be something for somebody and we can't, like we have to reflect and be like, I can't be that for you, and that truth is ugly. So I think that's why we struggle.
What's your biggest pet peeve when it comes on to men in modern dating?
My biggest ick is that men feel like they're entitled to sex.
Them being entitled in general and expecting things from females when I don't think it's, yeah. Yeah.
So, do you think that men should have to work for sex?
I don't think it's working for sex because So I think that the metaphor of working for sex is you putting labor to sex and then you taking the autonomy away from women.
Right.
And I think that if men were better men, women would want to put out more.
Right.
If
Well,
that
also,
makes
like,
sense.
you shouldn't look at sex as being like a prize. It's more so like I'm in love with you, you're in love with
It's
me.
a bond.
Like, yeah, it's a bond. You're sharing your body with somebody. It's not something that you work towards. It's more so like I want to be this physically close with you. You know what I mean? Like,
But I mean, have you never had sex with a guy who you weren't in love with?
I haven't.
So every guy that you've slept with, you've been head over heels in love with them.
I've only had sex with one
I
guy,
have to say
so
that is
yeah.
true.
Unfortunately,
That is true for
that
her.
For you?
Yeah, for me.
So you lost your virginity to your first love. How about you?
I also lost my virginity to my first love, but
But-
I don't believe that you have to be in love to have sex, no. But I think that you do need to treat whoever you are having sex with respect. And so that's even letting them know if you have other sexual partners so that they can get tested regularly so that they feel safe. That's letting them know that you're talking to somebody. And that's okay that you're talking to somebody, especially if we're just having sex. But like, let me know so that I can make an informed decision on whether I want to continue to fuck with you or not.
What do you think the issue is with dating?
The issue with dating is that guys expect way too much. I think they buy you one dinner and they think that you have to have sex with them. Is what I think.
So guys feel entitled to sex after spending money on a chick.
Oh, absolutely.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. That's how they have always been.
Do you think that it's because some guys do less and get more?
It depends how attractive they are. Some guys can do less, and they
So,
get more.
okay. So why do some girls use men for dinner dates and milk it out before they give it up, whereas others just give it up in like the same night?
Why did you say girls use men for dates?
Because women do that.
Well, because men ask them on dates.
But wouldn't it be fair to just be like, nah, I'm not really interested in you, so I'm not
Yeah, but
gonna.
how do you know that if you haven't been on a first date with them?
What's the biggest difference you've noticed between dating back in the day and modern dating?
I think that here's a hot date right here, by the way. I think the dating today is that it is expected for the woman to maybe pay for half of it in a lot of cases, which me is kind of like, you know what? You can pay for half of that. That's like me. To me, that's a deal breaker.
So you don't believe in splitting the bill with a woman?
If I'm taking her on a date and I'm bringing her somewhere, it's my tab. Man, that's how I feel.
What if she asked to take you somewhere?
If she wanted to pay, I might do that, depending on who it was, right? She knows Big Ed. But, it's hard to say. 30 years ago, I probably would have thought that was strange. Today, I don't know. That's all my short answer.
Do you think dating is harder for men or women?
I think a woman. Personally.
I would say a woman too.
I think for men.
Okay. Why do you, why do you feel woman?
Because I feel like my intentions are always good, but I feel like just because of patriarchy and all that stuff, there's not ever clear communication, or they never tell you what they want, essentially.
Men never tell women what they want.
At least in my experience.
Okay. What's to say that women don't tell men the same thing?
You got me there. I don't know. Okay. I'm always clear with what I want and my intentions.
Sure. Why do you think women have it harder?
Because I feel like sometimes guys' intentions aren't always the best. Because guys are usually always trying to get with somebody, or they're not really there to meet somebody for who they are, And I feel like sometimes men are just not really getting to know a person,
Okay. Why do you think men have it harder?
I actually changed my stance. I think that women have it harder.
Why do you change your stance?
Because the more I thought about it, the more I kind of thought how
as women, I feel like we're looking for something more intimate, something just a more emotional relationship, whereas men, I feel like, not always, but they kind of tend to lean more towards sex.
But don't women value sex just as much as men do?
Yeah, I think it just depends, but for some women, I think they value it as with someone who they're in love with, though.
So what do you think about this statement? Men sleep with who they can, women sleep with who they want to.
I agree.
That makes sense.
So if women are sleeping with who they want to in every scenario, and men are only sleeping with who they get the chance to, how is dating harder for women?
Because I feel like with women, I feel like men are like, I feel like as men they just try to settle, like they kind of settle with who they can get, whereas women we're trying to find someone more we can have a bond with. And I'm not saying that's always the case, but it tends to sometimes be that way.
Okay. So how'd you and your husband meet?
Tinder.
If he cheated on you, would you give him another shot or would you file for divorce?
I give him another shot because, like, here's the thing: is like everyone makes a mistake, and cheating has so much more to do. Like, I've been in relationships where I've been cheated on. I've been the person that has done the cheating. Like, and it's always someone who's just like figuring out something for themselves, and it's never. I mean, sometimes it's the other person, okay, fine. But, like, typically it's like I'm trying to figure out something about me. I have some deficit in me that I'm trying to find. It's like if he cheated on me, like, I would be upset, but, like, I don't know.
Okay.
I would figure it out. I've been cheated on before, and I'd figure it out.
Do you think that if you cheated on him, he'd stay with you?
Yes.
Why do you feel that way?
We've had the conversation.
Really?
We've had the situation. We've had the conversation.
You've had a situation?
Yeah.
Where you've cheated on him before?
Yeah, and I mean, like, cheating I feel like is different for different people, and I don't want to skirt the question, like, yeah, for sure.
Okay. Was this before you got married that you cheated on him?
Yeah, like, early in the relationship, yeah.
But you guys were exclusive at the time?
Oh, yeah, but I met him when I was 19 years old, so, like...
So do you think once a cheater, always a cheater, or people change?
No, I think that when people cheat, it has, like I said, more to do with themselves than it has to do with the other person. And I think it's like, it's obviously not a positive, but I think that if it's a relationship that you want to fight for, sometimes it can let you know, especially if you're really young.
I know that you're drunk. Yeah. Tell me what you want after this club. You know you're nasty. Don't move around in my house, call a taxi.